All right, so I guess I'll ignore the timer. We don't really need it. Let's see, where the fuck? Okay, labs encounters. Because, yeah, all we're doing is talking. I mean, I'm going to be playing, so that, yeah. We're going to be talking and playing, but... thank you, Infant. Also, GG on your all vanilla bosses run, dude. That's sick. Okay, let's go. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Again, right, you can, like... You can find some guides, right, from Zephyr, Eat an Issue, Posse. There's a ton of guides. I want to give it a shot at a guide. So we'll see what happens. What's going on, Punisher? We're doing a guide.
Good.
So just before I move on to another game and lose all the knowledge, I want to do this. All right. So just describing what I'm about to do. There's like a certain, like basically we're gonna fist a goddamn Scourge Beast. We're gonna fist this asshole. And there's a kind of specific spot. Takes a little bit of practice to get, but it's mostly consistent. I guess if you fuck it up, then you just run or you reset. So we're gonna see what happens. Right there is basically the spot. You see, it's like you're a little closer to this table. I don't know, like somewhere like here, I think is usually where I land. But yeah, so you charge R2 that motherfucker, fist a butt, we were good to go. Does that mean we have to keep... No, you can be as degen as you want. I don't give a fuck. Be as degen as you want, dude. I think it's going to be pretty easy to ignore comments when looking at the guide. Or they'll get some lulls. Okay, so yeah, as you saw, we just basically run right past that guy. Sometimes he'll block you. But yeah, now we want to kind of bait him. Get him a little closer, so that way he'll potentially chase us over here. Do a little roll. Grab these fucking mollies. Run like that. And boom. Sometimes you can get hit. You'll see it in like Trilogy or like God Run. Or not Trilogy, but really God Run, right? Any marathon run that runners will like get those later once they've gotten their weapon. Yeah, GG ladder percent, dude. Let's go. So, yeah, you just climb up there real fast. Sometimes pressing X can be finicky, but fucking, yeah, just go back. Go right back to the Hunter's Dream. And by right back, I mean this is your first time. This is your first time. Hey, what's going on, Laylee? Good to see you. All right, so, yeah, we're going to go over here. We're going to grab our shit. We're going to grab the Hunter's Pistol, and we're going to grab the Saw Cleaver. And we don't need to equip it yet. I recommend getting your claw grip down and equipping these things while you're running. Thank you for the contribution, Punisher. Appreciate it. Oh my god, dude. I downed spaghetti with like goat cheese, spinach, some like a veggie burger, and some marinara sauce before this. I fucking housed it. All right, so now, yeah, just... You can equip it later, but I like equipping it here. Some people lock onto this guy and then do a dodge. It really doesn't matter. But sometimes he can be a dick. Also, don't do that. Usually he'll stand still and like swing at himself. And that's cool. Oh god. But yeah, so you can actually run to the other stairs. I find it much easier to not get hit by him if I don't... if I just go to the stairs I just ran up, because you can keep him in view. So I like grabbing those blood vials just because you never know when you need them. And then also, this is unnecessary, but the sewer dudes can be kind of mean before Gascoignes. So I started getting into the habit towards the end of my getting the run of just equipping these in case they're poorly positioned. So this is pretty straightforward. Like, honestly, if you're looking at this guide, you've probably already done an any %, but... Still, I'll just grab as much as I can. Did I dip some challah? No, I did not dip. I have not gotten any challah bread, dude. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. But yeah, so I like to destroy those barrels before getting the marks. You really don't have to. It's completely arbitrary. So yeah, just quick talk to Eileen. And we'll just equip those later after we get through Bloodstarved Beast. So yeah, just do a little We'll drop there, and then we can just run. If you want to, over here, there's oil urns, but the method we're going to use to kill Gascoigne, we're not going to need them. Hopefully Gascoigne won't be too much of a fuck, but that's fine. Hey, what's going on, Alice? Good to see you. But yeah, so I just don't recommend using the stair cheese for Gascoigne. It's just like you can, it's pretty consistent, but it's just you can save mollies and also just do it like faster. If you just do music box. I mean, of course, Gasc can be a huge fuck, but it just feels so much better. So yeah, I like to fist about that troll dude, and then you can potentially collect blood vials. Sometimes the game cucks you, and they'll just give you shining coins. Oh, it's definitely more exciting. I don't know. I never liked using the stair cheese. No, you know, nothing wrong with it, really. For anyone who uses it, I just don't like it. No. I'm just actually going through the run. Just trying to describe kind of what to do. Okay, so it looks like they're positioned pretty well, so I'm just going to go for it and run past. I like to hug the wall just in case they decide to hit me. Okay, so here, you don't have to, but it's kind of nice to get extra blood vials. I like to fist this pig and then kill him. You'll see that some runners will just go and collect this badge over here and then just run. But I like collecting everything over here. It's also nice. It's not a huge amount of echoes, but I like collecting that cold blood too. Oh, we'll see. I probably will get hit because that's just the nature of this run, but we're not... I don't need to count hits. It doesn't matter. All I'm trying to do is describe my methodology. Okay, so now we got the music box, so we want to equip it. I just didn't equip it, so, you know, maybe get your menuing a little better than me. But there we go. I like equipping it in the 3rd slot. Just going through NG cycles front. Yeah, do your thing, yikes. But yeah, so kind of like hang out by this tree until he runs over. You can be kind of a dick and shoot through the tree if you're not careful. But usually you're fine. Okay, so charge R2 him, then fist a butt and throw a molly. Sometimes he'll roll, which is really unpleasant. But yeah, maybe wait till you get in a safe position where he potentially can't shoot, or just wait for him to do an attack. See if he'll actually do his bullshit shooting. And yeah, it's basically just lather, rinse, repeat right now. Music box, visceral, and molly 3 times. And then boom. You can kind of position him away from the graves, or I advise doing that, because otherwise you can turn around immediately instead of allowing you to do this. Okay, so then throw another one and he's dead. But yeah, so basically, if you don't, if you end up visceraling him into the graves here, and then you want to go for that backstab that I just went for, yeah, he can turn around immediately, and then you just reset, which sucks. And so now what I like to do here, before opening the gate, is grab this blood gem. You don't have to, but it makes shadows more comfy. I mean, the rest of the run actually more comfy, but especially shadows. Because shadows are just a pain in the ass. Like, they're really fun. They're really fun, but they're pretty horrifying for Hitless. So yeah, I recommend if you want a more comfy shadows on a leveled run, right? If you're working on BL4, you'll probably be not watching this. But yeah, BL4 no hit. I mean, it might actually still help, right? Because you can still get your gems. But you may not give a fuck about it. For me to poop on. Oh my god, got him, Geronimo. Holy shit. No, they actually are a really cool fight. They just... Oh yeah, don't forget your blood jump fortification, by the way. Gotta get that goddamn rune, dude. But yeah, just for Hitless, I mean, they're ganky, dude. They're goddamn ganky. Hey, what's going on, Biscuit? Good to see you. All right, so here, per Squilla, like doing that cheeky little jump there, and then grabbing the Hunter's Garb. Grabbing these vials over here, and then I used to, you know, try to do the cheeky run past the dog, but it's really not worth it unless you get some extra mollies. So wait a second in case he's being weird. Lock on, and then right when you're by the tree, I mean, you'll gauge it as you're running, but that's where you should throw your molly. Now, this fucker's chasing me. You can collect these pretty fine, and then roll away. Shadows are the most exciting fight in the run to watch, at least. Wait, even in all bosses? I mean, I guess there's a lot. I mean, we do take out other bosses pretty fast comparatively. But yeah, I like hugging the gate over there, or like, you know, the fence rather. Oh god. When I'm running, so that way Pitchfork dude doesn't come through. And then you kind of want to tuck yourself in here, wait for the dogs to come through, and then just firebomb them. You Molotov them. As you saw, they don't always arrive at the same time, which is really annoying. But we get enough Molotovs that it doesn't even matter. I'm talking to everyone, Carlo. I'm talking to goddamn everyone, dude. How you doing, bud? All right, so yeah, now we gotta get some fire paper from Alfred, and so we're just gonna spam X. As you know, sometimes you can gesture, which is really great. Oh my god, has Geronimo turned into chat lawyer? Now we go here, fucking grab this lever, and then little quick grab of Madman's knowledge. And then we just run down. I'm going to skip collecting this gem here just because the gold gem, I think, is better. And now I did a little stamina regen. And we're just going to try and run past this Scourge Beast. And do like a really quick turn here. Because that'll just decrease the chances of him coming down and trying to meme us. He still can come down if he's really trying to be up our ass. But for the most part, it's fine. So you saw there, I just quickly equipped my pungies in the third slot. That's why I like putting the music box there. Basically, putting my pungies in the third slot allows for quicker menuing later before BSB. So now here we're just going to throw... Oh, God. Just going to throw a Molotov. You can run past that guy most of the time, but sometimes he can get you with a quick attack, which sucks. You can even get hit here, but it's less likely. Okay. So now I like kind of going to this corner. Oh, God. Because if you hard fall, it seems to be less punishing than if you hard fall below. So that was a great example of why it's a little safer doing that. You'll see in speedruns that people will just jump down, lock onto a crow, and then they're good. Even in some no-hit runs, but I find it safer that way. So now, boom, I just like grabbing this cold blood here. Oh, well, we'll see, Kikyo. Also, hello. Good to see you. We'll see if this is the official guy. I'm giving it a shot. Giving it a shot while it's still fresh in my brain. But yeah, so now you want to be a little careful with your stamina management. Like maybe around that pillar, you know, regen. Maybe over here, regen. The beast is actually kind of slow. And make sure that you have pungies equipped. And throwing a pungie here is pretty safe. To go and grab more pungies. So now, the Scourge Beasts are still incredibly Monka W, but most of the time it'll be okay. You might hear pitter-pattering. The odds are you'll be okay, but they can make you clench pretty heavily. So grab this real quick, turn, get ready for this fucking gesturing, goddammit. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I was getting ready for him to turn the corner and then just run past him. Because running to their left is surprisingly effective at not getting hit. So now we hear pitter-pattering. Which means it's not safe to get these Bold Hunter's marks. There's Bold Hunter's marks like that were to my right, which are pretty good to have on this run, but you don't really need them. They're just a nice to have. So I would have started equipping stuff earlier, but the dude was up my ass, so... So yeah, you want to put Fire Paper in the first slot, and then Beast Blood Pellet in the second slot. We already have our pungies ready. And around this vase over here, these two vases, Fire Paper, and then this last vase, just before it, Beast Blood. And then throw a pungie in the corner. Now what we're going to do is R1, L1, L1, L1. And then we're going to get a charge R2 and another charge R2 immediately. So now we're going to throw another pungie. I'm going to get... I got greedy, so I did 3 hits. Usually I do 2. Charge R2, another charge R2. Make sure your stamina is at least above half. And then charge R2, charge R2. With pungies, you can be pretty finicky. And yeah, that was just a really kind Bloodstark Beast. Now, if you don't know, there's antidotes behind there. If you want to do a +4 shadows, which we won't be doing in this run, grab those. So that way you don't have to worry about the elevator in the forest. Because with +4, you just want to skip. All boss does not include chalices, Alice, correct. All bosses is just every boss, including DLC, outside of chalices. Okay, so now we see that this is opened. Sick. So now we're going to equip our mollies, because we're going to throw it at a scurrying madman to get twin shards. I send the elevator down just so that later when we come back up here, we can just immediately go back up. Because we're going to have to come back up for Upper Cathedral Ward. Okay. Okay, so, boom. Just throw that, get our twin blood shards. You can skip those if you really want to, but I don't recommend it. Okay, so now we're just gonna... We can kind of just walk off right here. Some people like to gesture. And then just roll off. You will survive every time. As long as you start as military vet, you will always have enough health to survive that. Okay, okay, would this be a good time to continue our discussion of a great opportunity that may or may not be a multi-level something something? Oh, the pyramid scheme? By all means, dude. By all means, your famous pyramid scheme. As you saw, I blood vialed twice there. It doesn't really matter when you do it, just as long as you do it before you decide to go down. Okay. So, I'm getting my fire paper ready now. You basically just make sure before you get into the Amelia fight that you just have it on the fire paper. So now I just walk off here. You want to be careful because you can bounce off, so that's why I walk. And then from that ledge right there, you can actually roll off, but I like doing it from here just to... I don't know. I just like it better. It's not as fast, though. So you might want to do the other one. Okay, so you see I just charge R2 and Visceral, and then I just do 2 charge R2s. This isn't a necessity, but grabbing the Beast Rune can really help you out for later in the run, but you can get along just fine grabbing Claw Mark after the any %. Okay, so now here, the dog can be kind of a fuck. He's just barking now. You want to run a little close to those dudes. And like before going in the elevator, because otherwise they can chase you and potentially meme you through the floor of the elevator, which sucks. Do you ever get that not so fresh feeling? All the time, dude. All the goddamn time. Okay, so I like grabbing these blood vials. You'll see a lot of people run past it. And then usually you can run past that guy fine. Sometimes he'll meme you and then you reset. But most of the time you're fine. Okay, this you literally just keep running straight. Oh, is Summer's Eve the douching shit? Okay. So yeah, he'll... As long as you, like, literally just run straight, they'll never hit you. I've not been hit once doing that. Okay, so now, just before you activate the cutscene, right? So just make sure, fire paper, beast blood pellet, fire paper here, and then in this next part, I like to beast blood pellet here, and then R1, L1, L1, and then her leg R1, L1, L1, regen, R1, L1, L1, L1. R1, lock on, visceral. Then go over to this leg, R1, L1, L1, L1. Over to this arm, R1, L1. And then 5 R1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She should back up. Yep, she might back up again. We're fine. Okay, R1, 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 R1. Sometimes you can get away with 3, but this time we couldn't. Okay. That is stupidly consistent. And it's not so hard to get down. Okay, so you saw I started equipping everything there. Normally for speed, you just want to equip the last 2 bits of your clothing, so like the gloves and the pants. And then, you know, gloves and the pants and your punji, and then while you're walking or running rather, you can equip your top hat and your trench coat. All right, so now what we're gonna do, I'm getting my Molotovs ready. We're gonna see if the if the brain sucker is gonna not be an asshole. And if he's not, then I learned this from Artie, by the way. If he's not being an asshole, then we can just Molotov him and go easily grab twin blood shards. Otherwise, we can just do the longer run in the forest to get our twin blood shards. What came after the L1? I think probably more L1s. Okay, so I like grabbing all these Madman's knowledge. You don't have to, but it's pretty nice to get the extra punjies. So I grab all of these. Okay, so I like hugging the wall a bit because it seems to decrease the chances of this dude being a dick. But yeah, so just lock on. Like run in here, then turn around and lock on. You can easily avoid this crow. Grab your twin blood shards and run, because the crow is fast. And now we're actually going to grab a gem. So, boom. And we got an extra antidote there. So that's always nice to have. Okay, so now just equip your gold pendant. Now, you saw that I still have the red blood gem. Normally, I would actually just equip that in the... or not equip, I would eat it in the elevator, but I just forgot. But yeah, if you equip your cold blood dew, like basically break those open and then also break that that gem, that can speed things up. But yeah, so here we just throw a punji, so that way it's safe to run past this guy. You don't have to, but he can be pretty aggressive. It's not so hard to dodge past him, though, if you want to be... Like, you can actually, like, light this lamp pretty fast while he's chasing you and then just run. But it's very risky because you can get hit by the torch guy or the guy with the rifle. Okay. All right, so you don't have to, but I like giving her a little hit there just to speed things up later. So eat your third umbilical cord and then just get all these blood shards. Now, I like eating all of these Madman's knowledge, and then just buying all of these punjies. So we don't really need to worry about the red blood gem yet, so all I'm going to do is level up. Okay, so boom. Level to +4, and then blood gem fortification. Equip your tempering in the first slot and gold blood gem in the second slot. Because the tempering blood gem is going to basically stay there until nurse. Okay, so now you want to eat this thick cold blood, this 6 boy, and now just sell things. So the benefit of putting on our garb earlier, that basically sell all these clothes. The benefit of putting on our garb earlier is that we just didn't have to worry about equipping it the Hunter's Dream, so that speeds things up. Okay, so now we're going to kill the doll. The reason being is it's just faster to level up. So we're going to get our skill to 23, and we're going to get our strength to 25. And now we're ready to run through. So just, you know, make sure that you have things equipped. If you happen to use a lot of mollies, you can just go and grab more. Since we grabbed in this route, we grabbed extra. Okay, so now it's time to run. Garbage can be a form of garb, Carlo. You know, if that's what you're feeling. Okay. So let's see how this goes. All right, so this guy's back is turned. Beautiful. Just run past him. This guy. Okay. So like sometimes you'll want to like start. Like I like going to the left here. And when he has his rifle out sooner, going to the left really helps. So just get ready for lefting. Okay. So now land down here. Grab your shit. Twin bloodstone shards, and now watch your stamina a bit, and now just run from here. And typically, we can just run straight to this cold blood here. And we'll be fine. As long as you watched your stamina there and, like, ran, like, you know, basically just before you aggro the torch guy, you'll be able to grab that no problem. And the benefit of grabbing that is that it just allows us to buy more knives at a cheaper price. So that way we have more echoes for later. So now I like killing all these dogs, just so that way their cages don't open once we go in here. So as you see, I like using personal effects. I highly recommend leveraging that for this run. I learned it from GhostOnGhost. It makes life a lot easier. So we do that quick grab of the bullets, and now we're gonna blue elixir and get our Molotovs ready. Okay, so boom. Run past. I like running towards the rock and then going left, just because the Molotov guy can really lock onto us. So then throw your mollies kind of in the center there. Might take a little bit of practice to angle your camera, but then you can just run. I like running here first. And then grabbing these extra pungies. Hey, what's going on, Sushi? Good to see you, dude. Okay. So we grabbed our pungies. Now we're grabbing these twin bloodstone shards. And from Ghost, I figured that is the move. I used to charge R2 that guy, but throwing that pungie there is way safer. Way less error prone. Okay, so now literally you can just run straight. You want to be a little careful, like run to the left a bit, just because he can be quick. And now here, if you want, I don't recommend buying knives to kill this guy. You can either use the speedrun strat, which is to lock on and then, you know, dodge as soon as there's an attack, or try to bait out an attack. That's the best attack right there. But yeah, like some of his attacks that you try and bait out can be scary to run past. That's like the best. So now I like eating this cold blood just for later. But yeah, you'll see what works for you with that. You'll see what works for you as you practice it more. Okay. Because yeah, the axe one is the most comfortable. Oh, also yeah, going really fast. So we grab the antidote and open that door, just so that way we can mark out after going for our twin blood shard collection. Hey, what's going on, Pi? It's no worries, dude. It's no worries. That's why we upload it on YouTube. On the YouTube. Okay, so since we were able to get the twin blood shards by the brain sucker, we go and grab this guy. And now we can just run to the left, which is really nice. So I'm gonna grab this this cold blood here, and then we're just gonna run to the left. It's pretty easy to dodge these snake guys. Like just, you know, go a little bit to the right here, a little bit to the left. Slow down because you can yeet yourself off the cliff, and then start running again. And then boom, grab these, run away real quick so the snake doesn't get you. And then boom, now we're done. So now we're gonna do a cheeky little jump over. Imagine if I miss it. Boom. So that way we can grab the Executioner's garb, right? I think it's Executioner's. Oh, it's the grave dude. Either way, it's shit that we're gonna sell. So now we're gonna mark out. If you were doing +4, you could just run straight to shadows from here. But we're not doing that. We're not doing that, chat. We're doing +6. We're doing +6. Thank you, Sushi. Yeah, after so many months. Like, I think in total it was just shy of 50 days working on it, but like on stream, but man, this is a tough run, especially with how infrequently I was able to do runs. What's going on, Octavio? Yeah, always good to see you too. Thank you for the congrats, dude. No, you're the best. Okay, so now we're gonna eat this cold blood. We're gonna break this this jewel. Right now we got the red blood gem, and it is level up time. We get the exact amount that we need. Okay, so boom, equip the red blood gem, and now doesn't look like we can do anything else. So we're gonna just sell things. And by sell things, we're going to sell the graveyard stuff. If you really want extra souls, you can kill Buckethead and his homie once you go up the elevator. But, again, time. So this seems to be the best. If you really want the extra levels, boom, kill Buckethead and his homie. Okay, so I leveled up my skill to 26. And now we're just gonna spend everything on knives. And so with the amount of souls that we had there, or echoes rather, we were able to get 11, which is perfect, because really all we need is 11 knives for this run. Unless we fuck up Rom, in which case we need more. Okay, so now, time to battle shadows. We'll see how it goes. No, I haven't gotten a cat yet. I think once I once I get a few more paychecks, I'll look into it. But oh my god, with moving, it's just like, it's like hemorrhaging money, dude. So I want to see my savings rise a little bit before I invest in something that is going to eat at my finances as well. Okay, so I haven't equipped beast blood pellets yet. I'm going to equip them in the 4th slot just because of the way that I will be dealing with my items later. Okay, so you don't have to send this up. I like sending it up. It's just habit. Okay, so we'll see if I can accomplish this little cheeky jump. Sometimes you can get stuck, which sucks, but yeah, you can jump off of here, and then it's just like a cheeky little time save. And remember, slow down here, just in case you yeet yourself off the cliff. Not so fun. And a bunch of mice. Oh god. And so now we're going basically the same way we went before. I just like this way. It feels less scary because you deal with less things. But if that jump ends up scaring you a lot, then by all means, you can just run straight down the path if you don't want to do that jump again. So I did a little stamina regen. Just be careful. The big snake can shoot you. I've never been hit by him, but it's still like so I don't think the probability is null. Okay. So we just gotta run from Pig Boy, and I'll try to describe. Hopefully the pig won't be chasing me. So basically, like, let me try and describe it before I go in. We're gonna charge R2 with an extended cleaver, once we get in there, and then I like doing a parry strat for the Katana Boy. So we're gonna do 3 parries, and then a single R1 on that guy. Hopefully, we'll actually get each visceral. You'll be surprised at how much you can control iframes. And then you just want to do like cheeky single hits usually on the pyro guy. If you're feeling really, wild, you can do an R1 L1 if you think you're safe from Katana guy and Candle Boy. But yeah, I recommend doing a hit on him and then rolling away. He can very quickly attack you with his nitrous. But yeah, just wanted to give that rundown before. And then you'll do a 4th parry on the Katana guy once you've gotten their health pretty much at the point where 1 hit will send them in the phase 2. And then 3 hits on this guy. Okay, that was good. Okay, so let's see. Yep. Oh, buddy. So we got to make sure the pistol's equipped. For whatever reason, it's not. Okay, so let's equip the pistol. Okay. So make sure your pistol's equipped. Don't do what I just did. Because Pyro guy was being nice, but, okay. So, boom. You want to angle it. I like to angle it at the candle guy, because we can control where he'll jump if it hits him. So it's really, really nice and can make things safer. So now I'm just kind of waiting to see what they're going to do. We see boom. Now you're seeing our iframes are really, really dope. right? We had a lot of fire going on. Let's see, hit and roll. We had a lot of fire going on, but our iframes allowed us to roll out of there just fine. Okay, so boom. Going in for hit and roll. And it's recommended, a lot of runners recommend not running around just because of how easy it can be to accidentally jump. But I like running. Once you get used to this, oh god. Once you get used to it enough, it's like not so bad. But yeah, you see sometimes I'll walk so I can get ready. Okay. Boom. Now that's our third parry, so it's just going to be one more hit on him, and then we're basically set up with that guy. We're almost to the point with this fuck. But yeah. Not quite. So boom. Just kidding. Don't want to actually do that. I just saw the parry. Like, we really just want to do an R1 on him. Okay. So boom. Roll away. Okay, so candle guy is being annoying. Okay, so R1, and we're good. So now I think one more on him. Yeah. You see, there's like some... Like, if you look at where the katana guy's health is, like, you know, the top health bar, you'll see there's some, like, white that kind of designates the transition to phase 2. Like, that's generally around the area where you want to stop hitting those guys. Okay, so, yeah, we see we can just run past this easy. Now I'm going to equip Beast Blood, and we're going to get ready for our fourth parry. Okay, and now, boom. A little risky. It would have been better. Okay, that was Monka W. But yeah, you see that it took 3 hits. Really poor positioning. It's better to get him against the tomb. Or the grave, rather. But, okay, trying to bait an attack there. Boom, R1. Normally you can, you know, you generally want to try and go in for a quick... oh god. Quick attack. Oh god. Or a quick kill of Pyro guy. Oh fuck. But the positioning was not very good. So you had to take my time there. And so you can easily try and bait out attacks from this guy. So GG, they're done. But yeah, like my positioning here was not ideal. They were too close to each other, so... Just went for the slower route and tried to bait out attacks for Candle Guy. Now, you saw, since he summoned snakes, I ran to this corner. Generally, unless he's way too close to this corner, generally this corner is going to be safe. Like, I did a little roll just in case, because that snake seemed a little too close, but generally this corner is going to be good for when you're trying to dodge those snake boys. Hey, what's going on, Ancient? Don't have to awkwardly stare at Gasm and clamps. Do you mean lovingly gaze? Okay, so you saw that I equipped fire paper. There are some runners who will kill these flies for a safer run. I do not. I just fucking go for it. So watch your stamina management here. I like to kind of like hug the right a bit and then roll here. Keep hugging. Watch your stamina. I usually do a little bit of regen here. Get your blue elixir ready here, and boom. Then I like to run a little bit to the left here, and then to the right, because it seems to get the fly to not, more consistently not follow me up the stairs. Okay. So, looks like, yeah. It looks like he was really aggressive this time, but he's just kind of chilling. Hopefully he'll actually walk down and stop being a fucking lunatic. But we'll see what happens. Haha. Is he still there? He's still there. So what this means is that he might actually aggro to us right now, which is not fun. Yep. He can hit us, and he didn't. So the downside of this, besides clenching, is that we weren't able to... Oh god. weren't able to get the extra souls from Willem. Or whatever the fuck his name is. But that's okay. We don't actually need it. It's just, it's kind of nice to grab those. Kind of nice to grab those. Okay. Best thing of the stream, webcam. Hey, hey. Yeah, I figured it'd be good to see me during this. Okay, so now, basically what we're going to do is we're going to aggro Rom. We're just going to lock on and shoot. Or you don't even have to lock on. You can just literally shoot. The snakes are going to, or not the snakes, the spiders are going to come down. And we're going to do what's called the circle strat to try and isolate each spider and murder them. And then I'll describe what we're going to do after that. But this is the first part. I do have pants on. It's insane. Yeah, it dies from fall damage, Lord. So you can actually be way more aggressive with these spiders, but if you really want to be safer, it's best to isolate these guys as best you can. And if that means running around a lot, then so be it. But yeah, they can be really aggressive. Okay. So that I can probably go for him, but a little more isolation feels safer. Okay. So boom, you see this guy, pretty good. Just kill him, 2R1s. Now, if you really want to be risky, you can go for it. I'm not going to. Because sometimes the risk pays off. It's one less spider. But yeah, boom. Not bad. That can be a little risky, but the way that spider was backing up, I, judged it as not being so dangerous. So, yeah, we see that they're having a little trouble declustering, but boom. Ooh, okay. So you saw there, right? If you get a little too greedy, it's best to wait for them to stop attacking. If you get a little too greedy, you can get hit. But that's okay, because we're not counting this today. We don't give a fuck. All we're doing is trying to show you. But yeah, so it's probably best to wait for them to finish attacking. Okay. So you see, even when I was being more careful, I still had a little bit too much greed. Okay, so boom. So boom. Killed that motherfucker. Okay, so baiting out an attack there, pretty nice. They are the crabs of the land, dude. They're insane. Okay, so risky, so I only went for one. Now, because he turned towards me, I got a little scared. Okay, so boom. Only one hit on him. We're just going to vial because of that dumb hit. But yeah, generally, it's not so bad. Get nervous after the hit just because I forgot this is... Nah, yeah. We're just guiding right now. It doesn't matter. All I'm trying to do is explain kind of how to go about some things. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to eat a beast blood pellet. We're going to punch their head until we get to maybe, I'd like to say 75% of our beast blood. And then we're going to fire paper. We're going to do a dodge, L1, L1. Go more towards their butt, but not completely towards their butt. On their left side, do 3 R1s. And then they'll push us out. We can do a charge R2 to interrupt their transitioning. And then we can just do 4 R1s. So I'll describe it while I'm doing it, but just wanted to break that down. So just keep R2ing, not charge R2ing, just R2ing. It's very exciting, I know. Okay. So now I think probably 2 more and then we're good. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to charge in L1, L1. And now R1, R1, R1. Oh, okay. I fucked that up, chat. All right, so here's what's going to happen. We're just going to do this. I'll just edit it. It's fine. That's the beauty of a guide. We can edit it. Okay. That's why we also grab that lamp in case shit like that happens. But see, this is why is why I said we'll see what happens. But so that's actually a good example of why you shouldn't forget to grab the lamp. Because you can just run back. Oh, man. Are we going to be able to kill... No, we're not going to be able to kill Willem. So now we don't have the fire paper, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. You don't actually need it when you have 26 skill. Okay. So actually, yeah, we can. We can actually do it. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. So to kill him at the amount of skill and strength that we have, it's just going to be 4 R1s and an L1. Okay. So now we're going to go through, rectify, you know, killing the spiders without getting hit. And then we'll just show without fire paper the beast blood strat. Okay, so boom, boom. Gonna try and speed this up a little bit, but generally you want to be careful. If they're too close to each other, it's super easy to get hit. Okay, so R1. Okay, come on, buddy. Yep. See, waiting a bit pays off. A lot of the time they'll only do one. Also, you want to keep them in camera. A lot of the time, they'll only do one, but you saw that he did 2 there, which was Monk and W. No, this is live, Kikyo. I'm trying to see if I can do a live run. Imagine pre-recording, dude. The smart thing to do. Okay, so let's go. So now we're gonna do R1, or now we're gonna get, or sorry, it's R2s. We're gonna get everything, like our beast blood completely filled. Since we don't have fire paper, it's fine to do that. But if we have fire paper, we only want to get it to like, yeah, like the 75 to 80 mark. Oh my god, stop backing up, dude. I'm trying to hit you here. Okay, so now dodge in L1, L1. Towards the butt. R1, 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 charge R2. Then R1, 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 R1. So yeah, you see, even without fire paper, it's pretty easy at the amount of skill and strength that we have. So now, the next part is trying to find Queen Yharnam. And so, boom. We're going. So I'm actually, even though it's really annoying because we lost time, or you would lose time in that situation. That was just a great example of just always remember to grab that lamp after shadows, because if you don't and you need to mark out, oh my god, your life is gonna hurt. Your life is gonna be painful. All right, so now you saw that I equipped pungies in the first slot. And now we're going to go down here. We're going to grab this cold blood. We're going to wait just a second. And then we're going to run past this guy. Okay, so now, boom, just run here. Keep going. So now what I like to do here, you want to run to the right a little bit in case Molly guy is a fucker. Run there, avoid rifle cunt. Keep running. Just keep running, chat. Just keep on running. Okay, so now we're going to go down here. I like to make sure I get that roll there. Run along the wall so you don't aggro a hag across the way. You can actually just keep running until you get to this chunk over here. And then grab the chunk, run, walk off. And then you can do an animation cancel grab of the Upper Cathedral Ward key. Open these and run. A lot of people like to mark out here, but I highly recommend just running. I learned this from Lynn, and it made my life way less Monka W. Just because those rifle guys, they are scary. What's going on, Tox? Can it hit anywhere? Maybe? I've always just hit on the other side because they push us out. Okay, so now a little stamina regen, just keep running, a little to the right, now all the way to the left. And just keep running to the left. Like, I really like hugging here because they can be really up your ass. And so now, instead of Molotovs, I'm just gonna try to get them over here in case one of the hags really aggro to us. Because I think they'll be stuck along the wall. Generally, I haven't got... Like, I've had them follow me out before, but not doing this. Okay, so now, just in case they're really close, I like to walk. Yeah, so you saw that they were pretty aggro to me. Now, you don't have to, but I like equipping these for later. The bolt paper, and you see I equip them in the 3rd slot, because I leave these 2 open for, you know, pungies and mollies, knives, and these guys just consistently stay, these buffs just stay here in the 3rd and 4th. You can do it however you want, but that's just how I like to do it. Okay, so now... what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw a punji right here. Right there. And then, let's go down, and we're gonna kill this lady. R1, R1, alright. 4 R1s or R1, R1, L1. I typically prefer R1, R1, L1. But that, basically gives you some time from her spawns. You saw they were like, whoa, ow. Okay, so there's a few ways to do this, but I like throwing a punji immediately. And then just waiting a second, because sometimes he can do a weird attack that can hit you. I haven't gotten hit by it, but I know I can. So, yeah, then you can just run safely, grab these bloodstone chunks. You don't even need to use Vial, so we don't need the extra strength right now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to eat our beast blood. Just before that rock, then we're gonna do R1, 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 L1. R1, 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 L1. You see I whiffed there. It's fine. R1, R1, R1. R1, 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 L1, and he's done. Easy clap. Okay, so because we used a bold hunter's mark, we're just gonna go right back to the hunter's dream, and then we're just gonna go to the lamp that we actually want to go to. Normally we wouldn't mark out of Rom, and at that point you could just mark right back to the chapel. You should eat dinner, dude. Oh my god. Are you hungry? Okay, word. Because I was going to say you should eat. Okay. So now, so we have everything equipped. We're just going to immediately go running. We're just going on a little jog, chat. Okay. So, again, throw your punji there. You see I'm really trying to angle it down because sometimes I've gotten cocky. Okay, so R1, R1, L1. I like doing that. Oh, yeah, tapas can be very not filling. Small plates, dude. Okay, so you saw I ate a blue elixir, like, right there. And it allows us to run past these hunter fellows. Okay. And so you might want to be a little more careful than I'm being with my stamina, but this guy turns around pretty slowly. So I just grabbed bolt paper and some chunks, and we're skipping the chunks over by the carriage, because we don't need them since we got extra chunks by Parl. So now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to listen. I was just trying to listen for the rifle guy, because it's really easy to dodge his stuff once he shoots, because he'll be shooting basically where you were standing, so you just go left or right as needed. And then it's really easy to run past that dude. You just bait out, you know, his turn. And then just strafe to whatever side he's not turning to. Now here, stamina regen, and then run. I've never been hit in this running section. Okay, so now immediately throw a punji at that pillar. Grab this, immediately turn around and run up the stairs. That rifle guy can be super fast, so if you waste any time there, you're going to have to stall, which is scary. And by stall, I mean, like, you'll have to, like, chill. And that means maybe throwing another punji. Okay. So you saw I threw a punji there to aggro that Scourge Beast. And boom. Don't hold anything. Don't hold any direction. Just press circle as you're landing. You'll do a nice quick backstep. No hard fall. Okay. So keep everything equipped. Now I'm just going to eat a bolt paper. Or rather, use a bolt paper. Hey, what's going on, Gigs? Good to see you. And now let's go. Just wanted to get my stamina up a little bit. And run to the right. And just listen. Yeah, you can really, this is important audio cues. Boom. R1. Hitting the pillar. Boom. R1. So yeah, I'm being a little quieter for this just because we need to listen, but now you should be safe. Now, as long as your stamina's up, you can just R1 these witches. While this guy is like, oh, I need to catch up. You need to catch up, dude. Okay. So at this point, like right here in the middle, I like eating the beast blood, and now bolt paper. Wait for him to do his charge, his weird charge shit, and then run. Now we're gonna go for an R1, L1, L1, L1. R1, L1, L1, L1. Do some cheeky R1s on the limbs here. Be sure not to hit his head, because vomit can happen. So R1, L1, L1, L1 on the big limbs, right? R1, let your stamina go up a bit. Another R1, and then R1, R1. Big limb, R1, L1, L1, L1. Cheeky R1 on the limb there. Go to his front limb, do 2 R1s. And then he's done, dude. And now, because of the way that we had our items aligned, we now have everything equipped, and we can just run straight to Mensis. I mean, lecture hall, but still. We get the fuck out of Yharnam. You get hit here all the time. It probably has to do with... It probably has to do a bit with stamina management. Because I found that, like, at that spot where I typically, like, just before the pole, like, I'll never get hit by a rifle guy, and I'll never get hit by the spit from the carriage guys. I had 2 vomit if I get hit in the head. Oh, so you're 1 reborn, dude? What's going on, AKA? Beth, good to see you. So sad I missed the run live the other day. Gonna watch on YouTube later. Yeah, it's fine, man. You were here for all of... a good amount of the attempts, so I appreciate you being there, you know, along for the ride. Yeah, stamina management. So yeah, I didn't describe really what was going on there. You go into that room to grab sedatives because you're gonna need those to deal with the Winter Lanterns later, and like, you know, in Mensis and potentially in the Nightmare Frontier for literally every PB except the run. Hey, man, it's all about the journey. You were here for the goddamn journey, dude. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have punjies equipped. I've over-punjied, but it's still nice. Fuck your journey. I wanted to run. So now here we're going to run past this little set of rocks, and then we're going to kind of tuck that punji in the corner. That will almost... wholly ensure that the Silver Beast won't fuck with us. Now we're gonna throw 3 mollies. And then an R1 on the scurrying madman. And then bloodstone chunks. Okay, so now this generally works. This is the only strat that I've really stuck to for this. I tried another one, but... So we're just gonna run from basically that rock. We're gonna run a little close to this dude just to maybe see if he'll aggro and stay there. And then throw, punji, roll, and then run. Now, the reason I roll is just... that specific silver beast that I tried running towards, he can be a real fucker. And he can just jump on you. So just in case he had followed us, I always like to ensure that I roll there. It's pretty consistent. I've only gotten hit maybe twice in, like, I don't know how many runs I've done, but probably hundreds. Can be extra degen and streamer can't comment. I mean, it's fine. We know how I feel about degen, dude. I mean, yikes. Sleep is important, dude. Okay, so you saw there, pretty straightforward. Open the door, go to the right, grab some extra echoes. Sometimes the giant, like, he typically won't hit you, but it can be really scary if the giant follows you and is trying to attack you while you're opening the door. I think I've been hit by him only once. So now, strafe around him, run really to the left so his cane doesn't hit you. And then just run. So here, like, you'll see a lot of folks will eat a blue elixir in this next part. I will not. Fucking hell. We're really poorly positioned. Wow. The silver guys were really badly positioned. But yeah, you can just literally run. And so now I'm going to collect these blue elixirs, but we're going to do a cheeky little run through here. Okay? So I'm going to roll. I'm going to knock these books over just because it feels a little safe. Now, where this part of the floor is broken, stamina regen, now run. Strafe around this guy, activate, and then immediately to your right. So that way you don't get hit by a knife. And then easy. Now we just run. We're not... I highly recommend skipping that gem. That gem is not worth it. All it will do is add pain to your life. Don't do it. So in this elevator, we're gonna equip all of these echoes, dude. We're just echoing out, dude. We echoing. Don't listen to my chat, anyone who's watching this. They're wrong. They didn't get this run, did they? I'm pretty wholesome. Yeah, no. I'm not wholesome. I'm just not as degen as you guys. Okay. You don't actually need a killer, but I mean, like, immediately. Like, we will kill her later, but it's habit. Every time I go in, she just gets people killed. You. Okay, so we got our weapon to +8. Now we're doing blood gem fortification. In the second slot where we have the gold blood gem, we're now going to replace it with tempering damp blood gem that we collected in Yharnam. And so just so we have less insight, I like to just basically, you know, max out our bolt paper. Excuse me, and then max out our pungies. And so at this point, we can sell some stuff. So sell the yellow backbone. Make sure you don't sell your bloodstone chunk. And then just sell your iron helm gear. Or, you know, whatever, the black hood iron gear. And you're going to get your skill to 40. Now, at this point, if you don't have 11 knives, it doesn't really matter because now it's going to be 800 from here on in. But you need to make sure you have at least 9 knives before, basically before you get to the witch's split. So just want to emphasize that. And you want all of these items equipped for this fight. Actually, you don't really need the pungies, but it's just it saves time later, so I like having them equipped. What's going on, PP man? This is too much exposure. Hey man, we knew it would happen again at some point. I don't know how regular it's gonna be, but tonight we got Cam. How we doing? Through telepathy? Oh, I see. Right, I forgot that's gonna be the future, dude. What's going on, Vicaria? Good to see you. That's what he wanted to be called, dude. I was originally thinking of just calling him PMM, but he likes PP Man, dude. Okay, so you see that I've defaulted to bolt paper. Because that's what we're going to start with. Bolt paper and beast blood pellets. Now, what's going to go on here is we're going to kill whatever puppets we need to. They can respawn, so luckily this normally doesn't take too long. And then we're going to do 2 rounds of... Fuck you. R1, L1, 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 and then a charge R2 on Mico, assuming he's not a real piece of shit. And just to emphasize, we have 40 skill. This puppet is just throwing my game off, dude. Okay. So now, he ran the other way, but we're going to grab these quicksilver bullets. Okay. And see, we're just killing all the puppets that we can because they are so annoying. I don't care. I will always kill them. I mean, if he's run up here. If he hasn't, then I won't come up here. Okay, so now what I like to do here, he's a little bit weirdly positioned, but like basically just before the middle, I'm going to dash in and then L1, or sorry, L2 and then L2. And that completely avoids having to deal with him in that room. So now R1, L1, 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 please don't idle, dude. Okay, nice. R1, L1, 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 please don't idle. And now charge R2. That was very kind Mico. So basically, as long as you didn't get that other gem at 40 skill, it'll always be that. Yeah, so I like grabbing these blood vials and then waiting for this fucker to come down. Come on, dude. Okay, now running along here, and then to the left. It's just a lot easier to dodge the arrow guy if you're kind of hugging the stair and then running to the left. You can still get hit, like, it's not perfect, but like it's been way more consistent for me since I started doing that. Okay, so now, normally we would immediately like get our setup, but because I ditched the cage gem, now we throw 2 knives. We throw 2 knives, and then we set up. Just so that way we can, basically, when we get down there, we do 1 charge R2, let our stamina go up, then a charge R2, and an L1. Because sometimes he can back up. We try and angle him towards the wall, but it doesn't always work. Okay, so buff, do your buffs, and then you see like we're angled here, but okay, boom. Go down like that, and then charge R2, charge R2, and then L1. And then I fucked up, but you can do an L1, L1 there. I was trying to describe what was going on, which made my beast blood meter go down. But normally the 2 knives work just fine there. But yeah, so charge R2, let your stamina go up, and then charge R2. L1, L1 if you've angled him correctly and he happens to have the extra health there. I got very lucky that he didn't jump back. But that's generally the deal there. And you saw, like, I stepped on this book, and I was using that corner with my hat to really set us up. I highly recommend, like, rewatch that. Squilla explains it really well in his guide too. But yeah, rewatch that section as much as you need. Because I know I went through that really fast. But in case you don't do it this way, figure it out. Yeah, I just mansplained why I wear a top hat, dude. Even though I'm a goddamn lady. But yeah, so generally, and I'll say it one more time before this running section. Generally, all you have to do there, stand on that book, use the pillar across from you to kind of angle yourself, step forward just a little bit, roll off, and make sure your weapon's extended and you're buffed up. Roll off, immediately R1 to hit Mico. Roll and block him in the doorway. Charge R2 once you've locked onto him and angled him a bit towards the wall. And then charge R2, L1, L1. But you might not need that other L1. It's always just safe to do that extra one. I just got used to the one other one. Okay. So now, I forgot to equip the blue elixirs, so just make sure you have those equipped. Oh yeah, Vicaria, the pistol trick is dope. I think I I learned that from just watching speedruns. Okay, so there's chunks over there that we just easily skip because we just have plenty right now. So we blue elixir before that pig, grab this gem, really hug the left, grab these 2 cold blood. And then, yeah. I like doing it that. Like, I hate grabbing those chunks by the Pyro Shadow. Largely because... those, like, the shadows will just be closer. Like after the pigs. And that's just scary. So here I unequip the cocktail just because... Oh. We don't want to send that back up because we're going to need it later. So, just going to wait a second. And if you're challenge running... Oh, yeah. Always remember your splits, guys. Always remember your splits. Hey, what's going on, Suprema? Okay, so yeah, we have that. So now here it gets... This takes a bit of time, but there... I like to angle it this way, and, like, then around here, you roll out. It's really... It's tricky to properly describe that. But it's like just before... Hold on, I'm trying to aggro this dude. Okay. But yeah, it's like a little bit once... It's like a little bit from when the top... Oh god. Sorry, I'm trying to like have him come over here and aggro. Okay, let's see. But yeah, it's like once the top of the elevator goes down a bit, that's kind of when you should roll. Like maybe, like just before the halfway point. Okay. So I like grabbing those, the cold blood there, which is why I was waiting. And now we're going to wait for this guy to come back around and wait for this guy to turn around. So that way he doesn't try and fuck with us. We have our sedatives ready so that way we don't proc. Okay. So now, boom. Because, yeah, if you proc Frenzy, then it's a hit. But we're not going to proc it. So we eat the blue elixir, run around, grab this gem, and then, boom, sedatives. Okay. Now, I like angling the camera in case one of the spiders is following us, because then we can just shoot them on the stairs and it slows them down. Yeah, do as he says, not as he does. But yeah. Again, with the elevator, it's... Yeah, it can be... That can for sure be a run killer in the beginning. I've yeeted myself off by rolling too early, so if you just wait, like... Yeah. If you just wait a second... to roll... You'll be fine. But yeah, it's just so hard to describe. I can probably, I don't know. Depending on what happens with this, I can probably edit in a better description later. Yeah, just try until you get it, dude. Easy. But yeah, I'm like trying to think of the best way to describe it. I don't really know. I think it's really the bottom of the elevator. You want to wait until it's like maybe 3/4 of the way. Otherwise, you'll just get stuck. Okay. Damn, I didn't think it would be this hard to describe the elevator, dude. Okay. So now we're going to level up. It looks like we forgot to collect some shit. So that's good. What did we forget to collect? Okay, so we might actually need to collect some extra shit. What the fuck did I forget to collect? Was it in the Mico fight? I think we might not have actually collected the chunks there. Okay, so I'll edit this. It's fine. Either way, we can just go and collect that later. Okay. So yeah. Normally it would be +10, so this will be... fun. Okay, let's go. What I'm thinking is we probably forgot to collect it in the Mico fight. Like, I think I killed him and then I, like, didn't actually collect. But I can't remember. Just upload the whole VOD. We will see how I'm feeling. But we're going to go see. We're going to go see if I just didn't collect them and the Scurrying Madman is still there. All right. So normally we would have enough. It doesn't want us in... Yeah, I'm gonna blur you guys out. All right, so let's see. Oh, hi, you little fucks. So if the Scurrying Madman is still there, yeah, I think we just forgot to collect it here. Yep. So just always remember to collect your bloodstone chunks. Okay. You fuck. Ah. All right. Easy clap. Easy clap, dude. Oh, yeah. Chunky bloodstones are pretty great, dude. The shine on them, delicious. Okay, so now we can go back, finish leveling, guys. This is the finest establishment you've ever been in, Geronimo. Just admit it, dude. Just admit it. Okay. So boom. Killing her. And so now, let's go and get to plus 10. Boom. Easy. So yeah, let's make sure you have Nourishing Damp Blood Gem in the first slot, Tempering Blood Gem in the second, and then Tempering Damp Blood Gem in your third. And then waste a little bit of Insight for Nurse. So smacks out Pungies and Bolt Paper. And then we're going to sell the Mensis Cage because we do not want to be reminded of goddamn Mico, dude. And then we're going to eat these Cold Blood. And then it's time, chat. It's time to get skill to, in this case, 46. Usually it's 45, but we got some extra there. Okay. Don't need to collect that Eye of the Blood Drunk Hunter until later, but felt like collecting it. Now we just want Bolt Paper and Beast Blood Pellet equipped. Okay, I've seen dive bar bathrooms with more class than most people here, except Throbbing Cockinator, Giggs, and Carlos. Wait, who is Throbbing Cockinator, dude? She's queen class herself. Yeah, I mean, she definitely has class, dude. She's in class right now. Nah, she's probably working. Or maybe she is doing homework for class. I don't know, dude. Her semester started, though. Okay. So now with Nurse, she's not so bad. If you get stuck in Nightmare Phase, it sucks, but it's not the worst to dodge. Basically, when you see her getting ready for Nightmare Phase, you basically just have to wait until like her orb just appears and then dodge. Like literally just have to dodge somewhere twice because they'll have the iframes. Most people will dodge left or right. But it has to be twice because she shoots invisible projectiles at you. And so when trying to go in for an attack, you like wait for her to finish up her attack and then run to her side, go for an R1, L1. If you think that you took too long, go for an R1 or just wait until she does another attack and then go in. But you always want to make sure you're at her side. Now, there are some attacks where maybe she can fuck you up. Or she'll catch you off guard and not jump away. But most of the time, you'll be able to get in your R1, L1, and she'll jump away. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Bolt Paper and the Beast Blood Pellet, and let's do the goddamn fight. So we see an attack there. R1, L1 on the side. Attack there. R1, L1 on the side. L1. So this one, you go in. Out. Boom. R1. L1. L1. In, out. In, out. Okay, nice whiffing. Don't whiff. Like I do. Okay. Run past, and then L1. If it seems like she's gonna lawnmower, like if she's idling, just kind of run. Like you can even try and shoot her. Okay, boom. To get her to stop being weird. Okay, so we see here. Dodge. You saw like it was just about to form, and so then I dodged. Where the fuck is she? Okay. Run past. R1. L1. R1. L1. And then R1. L1. Let's see what you got in store for us, nurse. Boom. R1, L1. Let's go. Okay. So now at this point, with any percent done, you're gonna equip pungies and throwing knives in the first 2 slots. I'm not hitless. We got a hit on Rom, but it doesn't matter because of the tutorial. I was being cheeky with the spiders, but again, it's a tutorial, so we're not counting shit. We're not counting shit. Me when I'm talking to chat like a goddamn teacher. He's better than Hitless. He's adept. Yeah, easy any percent, dude. Yeah, I know. I actually had him in hit on Rom in a while. This isn't even maths class. Clamps, get out. Listen, it's there is a maths to this. All right. So now we're gonna get our skill to 49. And we're gonna buy threaded cane. Okay, so we're gonna equip it now. We can leave our insight alone, because it's best to save it for later. And so now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we have everything equipped that we need. Now we can just go straight to the Tomb of Awaden, where we're gonna get some marks since we're completely out, and we can go and kill the Cleric Beast. And it's not like you can get hit by Cleric, but generally, even if you whiff what, like, you know, with the strat that I'm gonna show, I might even whiff it. He staggers so easily because we're so OP. Oh, I didn't wait for a spider to finish their attack set, and I got hit on the other side. They were doing like the one, like, arm to the left, arm to the right attack. Care to explain? Because this is a goddamn tutorial, and it doesn't matter, Carlo. I'm just trying to show what's going on, dude. I'm just trying to show how to do this run. Imagine resetting, dude. Hey, what's going on, Lynn? What are we doing, sir? Okay, so I like waiting here. Just for him to turn around. You don't have to. You can actually run past these guys, but especially on a 0-hit run, it just feels a lot safer waiting. Yeah, Strimmer is dishonest today, dude. Strimmer's the most dishonest person when making tutorial. Okay. So now you saw opening there. I just kind of went in, hit that guy, and then immediately murder that guy. You don't want to keep the dude in the wheelchair alive because he will just shoot you. Okay, so what I like doing here, waiting for this dude to come down, locking on, and then R1. Once he's a little bit close, but not close enough to hit us. Alright, so now, we're going to throw this punji here because our boy is being weird. Yep, come on. And now we're gonna R1. I always recommend doing that extended bit just because that guy can be scary. So always keep your distance from him. He can get you through the wall. Just as we can get him through the wall. It's only fair. Alright, so you see there, I just ran to the left, not so bad. So get your stamina here, run once you get to the center of that little circle. Then we're gonna hit his head, ideally. Yep, back up, visceral. Then we're just gonna hit his arm, and done. Hardest boss on the run, dude. But yeah, so you see Cleric's not so bad. Like Cleric, like we're way too OP at this point. When I asked what he was doing, he looked at me like I was the stupidest person in the world and said, "I'm kissing my husband." Dude, nice. Okay, so now a lot of the time you'll just have 49, but at least the way that I've been dealing with echoes in this route, you should be able to actually get 50 before you get Upper Cathedral Ward. So I'll say 49 or 50 is usually what you'll have before Upper Cathedral Ward, like just before it. Just the hardest. Okay, so now we're going to Yosefka's clinic. So we got to go through the woods. Got to go through the woods. And running to the left, so that way we don't get hit by him. Because you can try and run straight past him, but when he does it that early, you're probably going to get shot in the face. Okay, that was really good. Alright, so now we can just kind of run and R1 him. Won't aggro anything. Or at least I've never in a run. Gonna throw a Beast Blood pellet at this, or a Punji at this tree. We're gonna now kill this guy and get Beast Blood pellets. And then yes, we have to kill, you don't have to, but killing the dogs for echoes is pretty nice. Feels really good, man. Feels really good. The Scourge Beast in Yosefka's really is the true boss, dude. The true boss of this run. So yeah, we're gonna kill these dogs because we can get about 2,500 echoes, which is dope. And now for this section, for a while I was just stepping on. There are these little maggots in the swamp, and I was stepping on their heads, but it's not the call. This is free if you just do this. So we're just gonna basically run like straight towards the entrance that I'm staring at ahead of us. That's all we have to do. Easy. Easy, dude. Make life easy on yourself. Then eat an antidote. Don't even need to equip them. It's the first item in your inventory in the menu, so. Killing dogs feels good. In video games, chat. In video games. It's too late. Damage done. About to get canceled, dude. Oh man, I have no water. This is unfortunate. Okay, so now that we're done climbing the massive ladders, I like to it's totally not necessary, but I like getting that cold blood there. So now we're gonna get our throwing knives ready. And if the brain sucker decides to run at us, we just run away. But hopefully you won't be an asshole. So 4 knives it should take. Okay, so at the end he started running at us, but he was far enough away that we weren't gonna miss that. So get Quicksilver bullets from him and then grab the Madman's knowledge. As long as you ignore... True, dude. Dude, imagine paying attention to Twitter unless it's for runs. I already have the out-of-context clip. Kingdom of the Cancel. Let's go. So yeah, running to the left here. You could run straight. It's faster, but you then can get potentially hit by the crows, which is not fun. when you're 0 hit at this point. So yeah, we're going to grab a third umbilical cord. So we see fake Yusefka. Boom. And now we're going to get the Canehurst summons, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Just get the hell out of here, dude. And yeah, dude, absolute dog jam. Jungle Boogie is the shit. Okay. Alright, so grab the Canehurst summons. For souls, we're just going to kill Yusefka. That's the real Yusefka. She got turned into an emissary, dude. Little alien. Alright, so now that we have all that, right? It's just that was one whole big running section. We can actually go to Upper Cathedral Ward. And so, describing that, I just unequip those so it's easier to filter through. So hold on, just for sanity's sake, equip in your personal effects both Hunter's Marks and we don't have blue elixirs yet, so don't worry about that. So I'm gonna get bolt paper ready because that's the first thing that we're really gonna use here. But yeah, so basically I'm gonna run like I normally would, as if we were going to Amelia. Like basically just running past that wheelchair dude, but then we're gonna go straight up. We're gonna go straight and then up the stairs instead of running to the right. And where the rifle guy is up top, we're gonna hang out. We might have to hang out for a second to see if he's gonna shoot us, or if he's gonna shoot, so that way we can run past him. Ghost gave me that advice when I was having trouble with this running section. So boom, a little stamina regen, and then let's go. So let's see, is he gonna shoot, or do we have to wait? Okay. Yep, so you saw I waited by the wall, got him in camera to see what was happening, and then boom. So now, this guy is Monka W, but normally he will not hit you. So now we're just going to run straight at this guy. We're going to R1 him. And we're going to go. Who then gave Clamps the tip. So process of elimination. Ah, you gave me the tip, dude. Peepo Blush. Okay, so now we're going to equip this blue elixir, and we're going to wait here for the guys on the bridge to walk over so we can more safely run across. Because sometimes we can get stuck, and it's not very fun. So we're just going to wait for them to come through, and then we're going to run. Just making sure we have the threaded cane equipped. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start off, like, we're going to have to parry someone. But his parry window is huge. And then we're going to do Orphanage Key Skip, which is killing a brain sucker through a door. And leveraging the threaded cane helps out a lot. It's time sensitive in terms of just making our life easier. Because there's a brain sucker down below where we're trying to get the Cosmic Watcher or whatever that's called. That badge that allows you to get blue elixir and beast blood pellets, and we can more easily grab. Okay, boom, boom. Usually he'll point, but he didn't this time. We can more easily grab it if we're prompt with killing this brain sucker here. Okay, so boom, that aggroes him. You want to immediately do a up R2. Okay, so boom. I do an R1 and then charge R2, except he wasn't close enough. So probably we'll be a little slower now. We'll see where the brain sucker is at down below, but if he's too close, we're gonna have to run around to grab the Cosmic Watcher's badge. Okay. So I eat the blue elixir here, get my pungies ready, and then immediately turn this corner. So let's see. I'm gonna risk it. Grab the Cosmic Eye Watcher badge. Okay, so now pungies, 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 and I'm gonna throw one more just because I didn't like the positioning. Pungies. I usually throw 3 or 4 there. Okay, so boom, Ritual Blood, which we're gonna sell later. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's also a good point from Gigs. If you go too far right, where we did the orphanage key skip, you can have a wolf, like, basically have a wolf get, like, triggered to come down, which isn't so fun. So I like opening that up just in case we need to mark out. Typically, we don't need to, but I like opening that up. Okay. So now we're just gonna run right past this alien dude.
It's a raid.
Oh, Ronnie, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, guys. I'm working on a guide right now. Hope Monster Hunter treated you well. How was Strim? But yeah, so what's gonna go on here is we're gonna lure these guys up. Just so that way we have less of these fuckers to deal with. And then when we get down, so we're gonna eat a bolt paper before we actually go down. But when we go down, we're gonna eat a beast blood pellet. We're gonna kill his 2 homies. The main dude's homies, and then you'll see. I'll describe it. Okay. Okay, so R1. So now we're gonna do an R1. Okay, we got some counter damage. Okay, back up. R1. So, alright, normally what would happen there, we got counter damage, so I had to kind of wing it. Normally what would happen there is we get an R1 on him, another R1, and at that point he's either jumped back or whatever. Then we do a few R1s, I think 3 of them, back up so he can explode. Oh god, 2 of them. Back up so he can explode, and then go in for an R1, L1. Okay, we don't need to send this back up, but I just felt like doing it there. Okay, so now I'm going to make a save file here just because Ebrietas can really, really kill the run. And so if we fuck up here, we at least have a backup. Okay, so let me just do that real quick. Yeah, I got all bosses hitless the other day, Ronnie. So I was like, before I lose my, lose everything, I'm like, let me get a guide out. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know how good it's gonna be. I might have to remake it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, there's another pretty cheeky strat that you can do with Emissary, where, you know, you do like the one, basically you do 3 R1s, and then you very quickly go behind the alien, like, you know, the main dude, and then you can do a charge R2 and backstab him. But it's pretty easy. You can fuck it up pretty easily. But I learned that from Curious Peanut. Some ideas for next game run. I'm thinking Dark Souls 3 all bosses. Or Trilogy for Hitless, but I've been looking into maybe doing Blooodborne Speedies glitchless, but we'll see. DS to all bosses, imagine. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna buff. So Bolt Paper, Beast Blood Pellet. I'm gonna do R1, L1. We're gonna wait until that arm stops moving. Give it a second, and R1, L1, L1, L1. Charge R2, go in for a Visceral, and then charge R2, and she's done. So I was actually a little slow there, because I was trying to tell you guys focus on that arm not moving, and then she kind of pushed me away like a jerk. But But yeah, sometimes she's a little slow and you can get away with it, but you're going to need to practice Ebrietas a lot. You're going to need to practice Ebrietas a lot. That timing is really... I would have to practice her before the run every time. Or before run attempts, rather. Okay. So now, what I want to do is eat these umbilical cords, just so we have a little more, and also so we don't forget for later. And let's max out our blue elixirs, right? Because at this point we had 30. Now going for, say, 6 beast blood pellets. I like getting to 8, right? Basically, we get 8 bolt paper, 8 beast blood, and then at this point we'll have 4 pungies, 4 or 5. So looks like we collected some cold blood, so we want to eat that. We should be able to get our skill to either 29 or 30. So, but because we have a lot of shit to sell, that shouldn't be a problem. We're going to sell Call Beyond. We're going to sell Ritual Blood. You can sell all these gems. I even recommend selling Communion and Blood Rapture. Do not sell Claw Mark and Beast. Okay. Yeah, it's 41 bosses, Lord, and I don't have it in me right now to fuck around with that. Okay, so we see 30 strength here. Generally, at this point, it would probably be 50, 29 if you had to buy... like 50 skill and 29 strength if you had to buy knives, but we didn't have to buy extra knives. Okay, so now I'm going to equip pungies and throwing knives for this next running section. You meant DS2. Yeah, imagine, dude. And hey, it's not about being scared. It's about having time. Even DS3 all bosses, I'm like, fuck, do I have the time to commit to this? Because with Blooodborne, I was able to optimize it enough to be around 2 hours. Okay, so we're not going that way. We're going this way, chat. We're going this way. All right, so I did a little bit of stamina regen. Literally just run past this guy. And you know... his homie can't catch you. Yeah, I know I could probably do it in like 3 hours or so. I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll just learn how to fight Half-Light so I don't have to worry about farming for staff. But yeah, so we're going to collect Bloodshot Eyeball just to sell later. And over here, we're going to collect these marks. So now we should have plenty of marks for the rest of the run. Can chat name the cat? We'll see. We'll see. So you see I have pungies ready right now, and we're gonna use a blue elixir. So let's get those equipped. We're gonna use a blue elixir, and it's gonna make this really comfy. So just throw a pungie right there. The dog is gonna fuck off, I hope. Normally he does. Okay, so now just keep on running. Gonna throw a pungie over these rocks. And now gonna R1 and then L1. This fucker's being weird. But sometimes you can R1 him and then get an L1 to kill both of them. But R1, L1 will at least kill one dude and then a dog. You're thinking Esquire? I'm not adept, I'm elite. I don't cheese bosses. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, so now we're around here. We're going to eat blue elixir. And then we're just going to run. Going to get knives ready for later because we're going to need them to kill some hags before the witches. Okay, so boom, just run right past her. Collect this cold blood. And then we're going to run here, a little stamina regen, and then just keep on running. Keep running because otherwise you're going to hit by a Molotov. Okay, run right past this guy. A little bit of stamina regen. Kill this hag for echoes. You don't actually need to kill her, but I like killing her. Okay, kill this hag. And now run to the right past the crow. You can run straight, but the crow can be fast. So around here, eat a blue elixir. And really run, like, kind of to your left. Keep running to the left. A little stamina regen right here. Keep running. More to the right. Okay, now around there to avoid the dog. And now we're just gonna go up. You want to make sure, because I used to like do my stamina regen around that pillar where the dog was, but that can actually have the dog can follow you in that situation, which is really scary. So I stopped doing that. Okay, so blue elixir over here, and now we just run past. Keep on running. Go down this way. You don't need to kill that guy over there, but if you want to, if that makes you feel comfier, do it. I just go and kill this guy. A running R1 will get them in one shot. Otherwise, you'll need 2 hits on them. You can equip Bolt Paper, which will get them in 1 hit, but running R1 is fine. So now what I do here is a little different from what other runners will do. I like to wait here and then blue elixir. Then actually leverage the throwing knife strat. It just, I got really tired of the Molotov hag throwing Molotovs at me while I'm just trying to fucking kill everyone. It also, you know, we need less throwing knives in the long run using this strat. So we'll see what happens with this. This can be kind of scary, but usually they won't turn around. So a little bit before you get there, R1. Okay, they turned around, so that's Monk a W. Now back up. Maybe try and have her, you know, attack. Ah! Haha. Okay, so this is good. This is really good, chat. Now, if you need to, if you have Molotovs... Oh, God. You can leverage these. So bait and attack, and then molly. Except you actually need to molly. Okay, there we go. Woo! On the fly there, chat. On the fly. So if you have mollies, that'll help. Or just more throwing knives. But, yeah. Normally what you want to do there is, yeah. I think I was a little bit late. There's a sweet spot for where you can do that running R1 to kill the hag. And they won't turn around, so that way you can let them walk up a little bit and then throwing knife them. But, so yeah, that was me thinking on my toes, so... Either way, this can be a very Monka-esque running section. So now what we're going to do is equip our blue elixir around here. Then we're going to go behind R1, charge R2, charge R2. Wait for this dude to spawn. R1, R1, R1. And then we're going to R1, R1 this dude. Gonna go around. Gonna do a charge R1, or not charge R1, just R1, charge R2, and then charge R2. All right. Heading out to bed. I'm exhausted. Have fun teaching people. Not get hit. All right, Gigs. Hope you sleep well, dude. Thanks for hanging. But yeah, so that strat is pretty consistent. Like, basically, if you find that you have one of the dudes, like, hanging out over here, heading towards the other guy, and they end up coupling, you can hang out over here, in case the witch starts, like, throwing her ropes, right? Her magic ropes. And then the ropes will be here, the guys will be heading over here, and you can basically get your hits in as they approach there. That's what I found worked pretty well. Okay. And so why I was so adamant, like, why I didn't just run away from the spear hag, is that we have to run back here so that way we can go to Canehurst. Okay, so I'm just going to wait a second for this dude, which is why, you know, maybe you'll want to kill him. Okay, let's go. Adam Mint? Keck wait, dude? Keck wait? Okay. Oh, I see. Haha, haha. Yes, Adam Mint, dude. Adam Mint. Okay, so now, In this next part, the best jokes have... Yeah, dude, 2-5 head for me. So now we're going to go back to the Hunter's Dream. And we are going to... we're going to see if we can level up again. But the biggest thing... I don't think we can, actually. But let's see. Oh, wait. Let's kill her first. This is why I don't want to deal with her talking. Okay. But yeah, we want to be sure that we have our runes equipped because Claw Mark increases our viscerals significantly. We want to waste all of our insight right now. We'll just waste it on Blue Elixir and Ponges. So I think we probably could level up if we wanted to, but it doesn't really matter. 30 is like the perfect amount for Loggy. Okay, so, boom, let's go. Okay. So now for this next section, you want to be sure that you have blue elixirs. It's really all you need for the running section. So once you pass this tree right here, blue elixir. That little tree. Then we're just gonna run to the door. I like to look and see if these guys are aggroing towards me, but they typically won't. Okay. So you saw I did a little bit of stamina regen there. I run to the left, since it tends to be the safest. Left of those tables. And now we don't even need a blue elixir. Basically do a little stamina regen here, and then just run straight. You might want to run a tiny bit to the right here. But most of the time the dude won't hit you. So now this guy you want to just shoot and then run to the left past him. He's so cheeky and he can one-shot you. Like, end of run because that guy is fuck. Alright, so now blue elixir here. We're going to run to the right. We're going to run up these stairs here. Really trying to stay to the right. And then, boom. On the steps, run to your right. Really try and hug that so that way the poison dart dude doesn't fuck with you. A little bit of stamina regen if you want. Go up these steps and then jump. And this is a very quick way of running through here. Okay. Now, blue elixir. I was a little late there, but you want a blue elixir. And now you want to go up the ladder. 80,000 maskless people. Let's go, dude. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be really good. They're like, imagine wearing a mask in fall of 2021. Yeah, what could go wrong, dude? Okay. So now we're gonna go down immediately, so that way we don't have to deal with the gargoyle dude up there. Gonna go here. I like to really make sure I land on this little house, little roof. Grab this guy and let's go. Let's go. Okay. So this is a nice, like, you can run straight down the middle. I like running to the right and then through that little broken part of the fence. So now with Ligarius, he'll give you one of two openings. One where he's just walking forward. You then want to run to the right. I'll actually make a save file for this because this can go wrong. And then I'll describe it. Okay. But yeah, basically if he's just walking forward, you want to run like to the right where that second little house is. And then run to the house that's like closest to where his seat is. So that way you can dodge his like, you know, little floating skulls attack. And then you can go in and be aggressive. The other opener is just when he's doing, like, you know, his big ol' his spirit bomb attack. And that one you can just keep running forward. Though, if you really want to be safer, it's probably best to always run to the right. I find it doesn't really matter. You're going to have to learn how to dodge some of his cheeky attacks. So. Okay. So yeah, we got this opener. R1, R1. R1, R1. R1, R1, and so L1, R1, L1, L1, and then charge R2. Let's go. So yeah, typically it's 6 or 7 R1s. And then he'll get ready for his transition to phase 2. I like doing L1s, so that way I don't have to worry as much about, you know, after getting the visceral. Oh, and we also collected the crown. After getting the visceral, him still being alive. But that's also the great thing about Clawmark and Beast. Okay. So now we're going to level up. We can actually sell some things to level up more. Though it's not completely necessary since Amygdala is pretty easy. I mean, we can still fuck up horribly and it becomes really scary, but Amygdala's not so bad. Okay, so now we want to sell the crown that we picked up. When do we get to talk about our feelings? Talk about them now, dude. Talk about them now. Okay, so now, let's see. So now, we actually don't need to waste those yet. We'll do it after Amygdala. Okay, so we're good there. All we had to do is really level up a little bit to 33. But, yeah. You could have even just gone straight, too. I just like getting 33. Makes the fight just that bit faster. I had one, so I'll update more when needed. Oh, okay, okay. What was the feeling, dude? Okay, so now we're gonna run as if we're going to Mensis, but we're gonna throw a curveball. All right, so now we're gonna go straight. Okay. So basically, all you really have to do there, and we're gonna actually talk to Patches. Wait until we get anti-clockwise, Metamorphosis rune, and then kill him. But yeah, so all you really have to do there, as you saw, just like once you get to the Mensis door, make sure you're, basically full stamina, and then just literally run. All you have to do is run and then drop down. Hey, what's going on, Blank? Yeah, Loggy, it actually, he threw us a curveball there, but yeah, like he was definitely not being the dick that he can be. Like, he can be a huge dick. The feeling was a newie? Keck, wait, dude. Okay, so now we're gonna get sedatives ready. Just in case the Winter Lantern that's gonna fuck with us actually fucks with us. Okay, so around here we're gonna blue elixir. Then we're gonna drop down kind of like that. I like doing it specifically there so that way we lose less health. Doesn't really matter. We have plenty of vials. I like losing less health. Okay, boom. That one I probably could have just done a little walking, running, and then roll, but doesn't matter. Okay, so now we're going to run past Fake Cos. Fake Cos, fellas. And boom. Run past this guy. And kind of run here. There's a little wedge here that you can run down. It's like very easy to drop down. But Yeah, I wish I could do that slower, but we have to do it fast. Oh, you see that the Winter Lantern's fucking with us, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna collect this Madman's knowledge, and then we're gonna sedative. Okay, boom. But yeah, if you carefully watch that, like it'll become almost second nature. Within just a few minutes. Okay, so boom, I did that a little early. So charge R2. Charge R2 after you've moved up a little bit, and then immediately visceral. And R1, and he's done. So let me just go back here real quick. Let me go back here real quick. So if you look over here at that second little statue dude, if you chill here and eat your beast blood pellet, he's gonna land right there. You move up a little bit, charge R2, then move up a little more, charge R2, and then R3, visceral, extend, and then R1, R1. If you whiff, then just more R1s. But yeah, I did it a little bit early, which we saw was still fine, largely because I just kind of knew where to go. But like that marker, that second little, you know, I guess like the tiki torch thing, right? Chilling on that little bit of ground and eating your beast blood pellet, and then just walking up a little bit once he lands for the charge R2. That's gonna be pretty significant. Like that's gonna help you out a lot with actually getting it down. Okay, so let's get 6, and then what I don't know why I really like 8s. So going into this next fight with 8 is gonna be really nice. Okay, so anti-clockwise metamorphosis. Let's go. Got to make sure you have that equipped, and then also get your skill to 34. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a save file because this can go wrong. But most of the time it's okay. It's usually Moon that just memes us. So yeah, let me just make a save file. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I might actually, in the DLC, at least for Ludwig and Laurence, I might make save files. I don't know if I'll do it for Faliures. We'll see. I might be making off-the-cuff save files for these guys. Just because when things go wrong for these fights, they go very wrong. And I want to show you guys how to do them properly. Okay. So let's go. So the trick here is we're going to parry Ghermoon, right? So just describing it before I do it. We're going to parry Ghermoon. We're not going to buff. I'm going to actually unequip this. We're not going to buff until we get him to a certain health amount, right? So basically, our first parry, we go in for a dash L1. Our second parry, we're going to go in for a repost. So we're going in for our visceral. And then after that, we'll buff. We'll go for a third parry, go in for a visceral, and then we're going to spam dodge, so that way we can do 2 L1s on him, and then 3 R1s. Then as we're going to go around him, as our stamina's regenning, go for an R1, then we're going to do a charge R2 and visceral him. So yeah, I know that was a lot. I'll see if I can describe it while I'm actually fighting. Hey, what's going on, RNG? I mean, that's all right, man. You were here for a lot of the journey, so that's the important part. Okay. So with Ghermoon, there's some attacks where it's really comfy to parry him. You're probably going to want to get into the habit of when he tries to pull you in, dodging back and then trying to go for a parry that way. But you'll see what you're most comfortable with. Okay, he didn't do anything there, but see, I got in that habit. Okay, but you see I'm like going in and out. Haha, that's what she said. Going in and out, trying to just bait an attack. He really likes idling right now. Okay, there we go. Oops, that was a little late. It's largely because we're angled, which is fine. So just be aware of that when you're on that gradient. It's very easy to miss, and that includes with parries, or viscerals rather. Like maybe you'll get the visceral, but maybe, you know, you're going for a visceral on Moon or something. You can fuck it up if you're at that gradient. All right, come on. He's really idling. Okay, L1. And then run away. Immediately run away, otherwise he can get you with that. Okay. So this one you don't really need to run away immediately, but you see if he does that attack, he covers a great distance really, really easily. Okay, so keep baiting. Trying to keep us on flat ground. Okay. At least we interrupt his bullshit doing that. Come on. He's not being very friendly to us. Okay. Spam, and then L1, L1, R1, 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 and charge R2. And now visceral, and he's done. Okay, just making sure we have marks, because we're going to have to mark out of this fight once we're done. So now with Moon, the key here is to basically go for the arm to our right. The arm to our right, we want to get 2 hits on. Then we want to hit her in the head. And then buff. And get ready to hit the arm to our right a 3rd time. On flat ground. Because like I said, gradients can really be our enemy. So I'm waiting over here. Just so that way she gets stuck. Because she loves that running attack. Oh god. So as you see, I'm doing a lot of walking, then I'm walking towards her and rolling through it. If you're far enough, you can basically just keep your distance from her. But, okay. You want to get used to like walking away and rolling. Okay. But yeah, she's giving really bad RNG, so this right now is just a big patience fight. We haven't been able to get hit on her yet. Okay, so now here we can punish. So you see I got her arm. And now I'm rolling away. If you're really feeling cheeky, right, on those attacks that I rolled through, you can roll and get a hit on her back and then gauge what she's going to do. Okay, so now I don't want to fuck with her arm right now. Okay. Yeah, she's giving us clearly delicious RNG. Okay, so... Oh, I missed. But yeah, I like to extend just to keep my distance there. This was one of those... Like, she was actually far enough away where we would have been okay. Oh, fuck. Where we would have been okay not rolling into it, but it just makes me feel safer. I'm trying to get us in a safer position. There we go. So now we hit her head. But yeah, I was just trying to get us in a safer position where we weren't going to be stuck against a wall in case she does her running attack. Because she can do it back to back. She's done it to me 4 times in a row before. Okay. Oh my god. See, this is one of those situations where we were stuck on a wall, which is not ideal. Okay. So now let's actually do this. We're going to see. Okay, so I don't like the gradient we're on, even though she gave us great RNG. If we have her flat, we're not going to miss the visceral. So now we can actually get a little greedier. Oh, Kata, what's going on, man? Thank you for the raid. Doing a tutorial, but I hope your stream went well. Hope the raiders are doing all right. So now we're gonna hit her, and then we're gonna keep smacking her head. Okay, and then visceral. I usually go for 4 R1s after that, but I got a little greedy there. And so after we kill her, wait until you see Nightmare slain and mark out. So yeah, that I'm actually super happy she gave us that RNG because it showed ample, you know, dodging her running attack. Like we were able to show it a good amount of times. But yeah, how did Sekiro treat you tonight, Kata? Also, we're gonna get to 42 health, or not health, 42 strength, and now we're gonna waste all of our insights. So we wanna bump Blue Elixir up to 10. We're gonna get 10 Beast Blood, 10 Bolt Paper, and we kind of want to get 10 Pungies, just because you never know what can happen in this running section. It can be really scary. Okay, so boom. And now if you want to, you can just sell all of your Madman's knowledge, because we won't need it anymore. Okay, so we got to make sure that we have Pungies equipped, or Blue Elixirs equipped. I know we already collected it earlier, but it's still good to check that you have Eye of the Blood Drunk Hunter, and let's go. All bosses plus mini bosses, and as well getting more consistent. Let's go, dude. After we got all memories, no prosthetics, dude. Sounds like you had a great night of runs. Let's go. Hey Danny, thank you for the congrats, dude. How are you? How's your night going? All right, so now we're gonna run. We're gonna run over to this Amygdala here. We're gonna let them grab us. Because they're gonna bring us to the Hunter's Nightmare. And so I'm gonna show the safer way to run through here, but know that there is a maybe I'll actually show both. I'll do the safer one first, and then show you on the run to Laurence the scarier one. Okay. So, yeah, we'll do the safer one first. So basically, we want to run over to this little house, right? Wait a second, get ready to Blue Elixir. Blue Elixir when they're just about at this fucker. And then we're going to run past him. Get your Pungies ready. And throw it here to get the dogs to not chase you. Okay. I like getting stamina regen there. Now you're going to throw Pungies roughly at this angle. You're going to wait for these guys to stop being fuckers. You're going to walk a little bit so that way you can ensure these guys run to the door. Now we're going to run. Run right past him. Now, there's times where he can do an attack where he does an overhead, like a delayed attack. At that point, where I ran, if you run immediately to the left, he won't hit you. It seems very scary doing that, but it's absurdly consistent. No prosthetics will always include the grapple, but he just wasn't getting the other prosthetics. But yeah, I mean that's pretty rough. that's a rough for all all bosses. That's rough. Okay, so I like to walk here, charge R2 this guy, then visceral. I really just do it for the souls. Because if we can get to 46 skill before living failures, our life is beautiful. Okay, so let's go. second, and then boom. Yeah, sorry, it's a little hard to describe this section while I'm doing it. But you saw that I, like, I delayed a... Like, I really made sure that I tucked left for that middle turret. Okay, so you saw that guy... like, I like to use the blue elixir just as he's about to pass that little grave and see us. So here I like to grab the old top hat. And then we run up here. You actually... yeah, it's good to stamina regen there. And you do sharp turns so that way you're not up there too long. Now we're just gonna run. Sometimes that fucker can turn around real fast, and you need to be really quick with just R1ing him. So I'm gonna throw blue elixir there. We're gonna immediately kill this dog. These are some of the most finicky dogs in the goddamn game. They're so insane. But yeah, there are times where I've had to throw like 2 more pungies than I just did. So around 4. So that's why I get so many. Also, the crows can be real fuckers. Okay. So let's let him shoot. And now he's running, which is good. Sometimes he won't. Now we're gonna blue elix. And we're gonna run. Really hug left so he doesn't aggro. It seems very scary doing that because it is very scary doing that. No, dude, it's comfy. It's super comfy. Never clench. Never a clench, dude. Okay, so now we're just gonna hang out here, like literally tuck ourselves in here. Unequip our beast blood pellets. Okay, now we're gonna run. And normally we would have to be very fast here. Like basically once I'm in the doorway, equip the bolt paper, like around here. And then just before activating the cutscene, go for my beast blood pellet and activate the cutscene. I'm just gonna make a save file in case we die. There's a witch that chases you, which is why you gotta be fast. Like you really can't idle there and like talk with chat. Talk with chat after Ludwig. But yeah, Ludwig he's not so bad. Like he seemed like, given casual playthroughs or BL4, like Ludwig is horrifying, right? But at the amount of like skill and strength that we have and the runes, like he can become like easily a pushover. So basically all we want to do here, right, once we get in, wait for him to do his jump, and then we're going to dodge in, do 2 L1s on his leg to break it. Then we're going to do 3 R1s on his head and break that. Then we're going to go back to that leg that we decimated. Do 3 R1s and a charge R2. Then once we get into phase 2, all we really have to do is hit his leg once or, the leg that we've been abusing. Hit it once or twice. Then he'll stagger, and we just visceral him. Maybe jump in for an L1 if we need to. Like a dash L1. Now, if you happen to do counter damage going into phase 2, you're going to have to, like, you got to wait a second because he's going to do his big charge, the sword charge attack. And so then once he's done with that, you can run in and just start whacking the shit out of his leg. But so we'll see what happens. Okay, so extend. And yeah, we're gonna do bolt paper and beast blood pellet. So lock on, dash slightly to the left, L1, L1, R1, 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 charge R2. Walk in, dodge, hit his leg, R1, R1, and then visceral, he should be good. Okay. So, now R1 him, or you can do whatever you want. He'll die immediately. And grab the Holy Moonlight Sword. Oh my god, we have Alex? Yeah, I'm using the cam for goddamn guide, dude. Guide purposes. It's important. Hey, what's going on, Kala? Dad? Oh, Keck, wait. Okay, so here I decided to walk. Normally you can just run. But make sure you have enough stamina to just do this little running part. Strafe to the right, and then boom. Otherwise, if you go to the left, you're probably going to get hit. Okay, so now make sure you have enough stamina, and then run. Run, run. Run past Amelia. She's not going to turn into a beast.
It's a raid.
And shoot bullshit at you. Oh shit, Team Hitless. What's going on, guys? Thank you for the raid. How'd the guide go? What's going on, everyone? Just I'm myself working on a little guide here. Okay, so I grabbed the lamp, activated the elevator, immediately ate blue elixir, and now we're trying to just murder these fuckers. Thank you for the raid, guys. Welcome in, everyone. Now we're just gonna hang out here.
Yeah, we happy.
Yeah, we camming right now, dude. I felt like it was important to the guide. Oh shit, we got Ain. People had to do it to him. Chippy.
We happy? Yeah, we happy.
Aries. Thank you for all the follows, guys. Diesel. Ro. Hold on. So basically, you see, I'm hanging out here. I'm trying to be very aware of these guys, like not aggroing them, so that way I can just save a blue elixir. Okay, so now we're gonna run up here, eat a blue elixir about here. You gotta be a little careful with trying to attack this guy because he can fall and like fuck you up, but usually it's fine to just R1 him and then R1 this guy. Immediately open the door and climb up the ladder. And then the timing should be perfect at this point to be able to run past the insane blood drip guy. Okay, so boom. He's not going to follow us. It's beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to eat a blue elixir just to be safe. We have plenty of blue elixirs, so we can waste them. Like, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to R1 this dude. And by R1, I mean 2 R1s. And then, boom. And now, we're going to make sure that the wheelchair guy actually murders these guys. Okay, boom. So now we're going to shoot him. And boom. Okay. So,
we happy? Yeah, we happy.
Bella, thank you for the follow. Reflections, Bear, Ro, Agiad, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so we're just going to wait. Like, I ran up the stairs just to activate this guy, and now we're going to wait for him to turn around. Now we're going to blue elixir and run right past him. Now, if you're cheeky, you can actually just basically eat a blue elixir earlier and dodge past him, but he can still kind of get you on the elevator. Oh, shit, we got Aura in chat, too? Oh, my God. Hanged runs. Hemlock. Geo. Johnny. Okay. So, you don't have to, but I like killing this rat because they are so annoying if they aggro. And it's also just more souls. Chad music. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, J-Funk really does wonders for runs. So now you have to wait for the elevator to go all the way up before marking out. Okay, so we heard it lock in place. Now we can mark out. If you do not let it go all the way up, then you will have to redo that entire running section. Okay. So now, this part is really scary, but it's going to be okay. We're grabbing Laurence's skull. We're going to wait about now. We're going to go off, and now we're going to roll. Now we're going to roll again. We're going to do a back step. Going to grab this guy, and now we're going to run. Peepo fucking run. All very fast. All very fast. Okay, velocity is a vector. It must have direction. A positive velocity means an object is moving forward. A negative one, yes, yes. Okay. So let's go. So after getting Laurence's skull, I've hard fallen over, which really sucks. Like that actually did kill. That killed a 0 hit run for me. If you hard fall there, all you have to do is immediately go to that corner where I marked out from and just go back up and do it again. Don't try and grab Laurence's skull because you will almost certainly get hit in that situation. Okay, so I'm just going to waste these and then we're going to level up. So I'm thinking we can probably just invest in blue elixirs and grab our pungies. Okay, so we don't need Madman's knowledge, so we're just going to sell that. We're going to sell all of our bloodshot eyeballs. We're going to sell the Holy Moonlight Sword. We're going to sell the old Hunter top hat. And we're going to sell guidance, even though it's only 20 echoes. We could use all the echoes we get, dude. Okay, so around this point, you should have 45 strength. If you don't have 45 strength, it's not the end of the world. You can do it at 44 as well. But you probably should have 45. 44, 45. Okay. So now I'm going to show you a faster, more dangerous way to run to the Grand Cathedral. But it is consistent. If I get hit, I get hit. But it is... Once you practice it enough, it actually is really consistent. But like I said, with the... Oh, if I get hit, I get hit. Like... There's a reason I showed you the other strat first. Okay. So around this rock, do a little stamina regen, and now we're just going to run. We're going to run right past the beast here. Okay. And then we're going to blue elixir just before this rock, and then we're going to run. And then around here, stamina regen, so that way we can just run and make it up the stairs. Really try and hang to your left. Like a little more left is better. Okay, and then we're going to hang out here for a second, and then we're going to run. And you saw I ran just basically straight past him. So you see that that's much faster, or I guess not much faster, but it's faster than doing the beast blood, or the pungy route. But so the reason I mention like really trying to hang left at those stairs is that if you're even just a little bit too much to the right, the beast closest to the steps to your left can have a fast attack, like a really fast attack. That if you've run to the right, you've slowed yourself down and he can get you. Whereas if you're a little more to the left, not all the way to the left, but a little more to the left, you can actually evade that attack. All right, so now let me just make a little save file in case Laurence goes poorly. So that way we don't have to run through there again. It's actually pretty fun doing that running section, but I think it'll probably do us, you know, a little better if I fuck up to just immediately go back into the boss fight. Okay, Amelia hits way harder than Hunter's Nightmare than she does in Yharnam proper. Yeah, it's crazy. As a giant beast, she does not hit very hard. But when she's magicking, dude, and she has her homie with her, she's just trying to show off. All right, so let's see. Let's see how this goes. So just to describe a little bit. Yeah, never trust wizards, dude. So basically for Laurence, we're going to get Laurence caught in a loop. And so it's pretty precise. I don't do it like speedrunners, where like they're way more aggressive with it. But you still have to be pretty aggressive. So basically, we're going to bolt paper, and then once we run into Laurence's leg, we're going to use Beast Blood Pellet. A Beast Blood Pellet. Then we're going to do R1, L1 when they're getting ready for their attack. Wait for them to do their burst. Immediately go in for an R1. I like doing L1, so it'll be R1, L1, and L1, L1, right? And then you'll kind of have them stuck in this loop. They're going to back up. Then you're going to do a few R1s to his leg to try to break it. And, you know, it'll be broken. Allow you to get him more hits. You want to back up so he doesn't hit you. And then he'll probably back up and do the same attacks. So you want to keep him in this loop until his body decides, you know, have his body decides it wants to explode. And then you're in the final phase. And at that point, describing that, I guess I'll just do that during the fight. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so that's at least first phase. It's just keeping him stuck in a loop. Okay. So right by his leg, Beast Blood Pellet. R1, L1. R1, L1. L1, L1. See, he's backing up. Then R1, R1. R1 just because I broke something else, so we want to get out of there. Backed up. Now, R1, R1, R1. Back up just a little bit, walk in. R1, 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 R1. This is great. I'm not going to go for the Visceral, but you want to get out of there in case he decides to fall on you. Okay, so now R1, R1, R1. Easy. Didn't even have to deal with the final phase. Because the fact that we had broken his head, easy. Now, there's an attack that he does where he's kind of like, boom, 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 right? Maybe he'll do it 6 times, maybe he'll do it 3 times. You can basically just hug the left and just like keep walking while he's doing that attack. For everything else, I at some point can probably make a more in-depth Laurence tutorial, but I recommend just practicing the shit out of him and getting used to, sorry, I'm just turning off my alarm. Just getting used to his attack set. Because there's going to be that, you know, delayed attack. There's going to be a swipes. Like, you're gonna want to really learn how to fight that final phase. When you were hitting his leg. So, me going in front of him allowed me, like, since his head went down, it allowed him, it allowed me to basically increase my hitbox range to, like, his chest and his head. I don't always get that. I got kind of lucky. But yeah. Like, if I didn't get that, we would have just had to deal with phase 3 a little more. Hey, what's going on, Tion? This is DLC. Okay. So now what we're going to do, right, you saw I got to 46 strength. We're going to Blue Elix. We're going to Punge it. And now we can use Beast Embrace, which allows us to, it gets our Beast meter going up faster. Okay, so now we'll see what happens on Faliures. Faliures can actually be one of the scariest fights in this run. Like, when you get a good Faliures, easy. But if they're assholes out of the gate, or they keep spamming their magic, or homing soul mass, right? Like, there's just a whole slew of nonsense.
We happy?
Faliures.
Yeah, we happy.
Arda, thank you for the follow. So, just warning you, I'm not going to make a save file, because they're easy enough to get back to, but just warning you that things can go wrong. Yeah, it's Monk of W, dude. It's Monk of fucking W. But so the idea is that basically it's another one that we get caught in a loop. So like out of the gate, like we want to parry, or just murder, right? Murder the first failure, and then go to his spawn point and just try and dodge attacks from his friend, never letting the other fuckers spawn. Okay, so he's being a dick. So let's see. Boom. I'm just going in for a parry. A lot of the time, like, I would go in for 3 L1s, but he was too far and I was going to miss. So now we go over here, like roughly around here, waiting for the spawn. And keeping an eye on this guy. So R1, L1 to get our beast meter up. Keep doing R1, L1. R1, L1, L1, L1. And it's probably better to do R1s from this point forward. And you see his magic, he's just such a dick. So R1s, just so that way we have enough to either roll away if we need to, or... Right now we can just walk away, but there's times where we'll just need to roll away. So that was a pretty nice Faliures fight. We didn't get any soul mass. And he wasn't constantly spamming. We were able to actually... It was, like, pretty chill. So Maria's fun. I think my strat... I think I just leverage... It's like a lighter variant of the speedrun strat. I basically go for 3 sets of R1, L1, and then 2 R1s. And then I try and go for a backstab, but I made my strat so that way if I miss the backstab, which I most of the time do, we can basically get her down with, you know, without, like, you know, shitting too much. like the idea, and it doesn't always work, but the idea is to try and angle her such that she's going to back up into the wall. So that way, if you end up getting her in the 3rd phase and she tries to jump back, that, you know, like, let's say she's, like, right here or something, right? Okay. I shouldn't be destroying this because I know normally, but, like, let's say that she's right here, and you're in phase 3 and you're hitting her, and she decides to jump away. She's probably going to jump here, and you can just keep hitting her. I don't know about that glitch. Please explain. Okay, so I'm going to bolt paper, and now we're going to inspect the corpse. Okay, so immediately walk away for a second and beast blood. You can strafe to her right. So R1, L1, R1, L1, R1, L1, R1, R1, and now let's see if we can get it. Nope. But she's against the wall, which is dope. So R1, R1. Okay, so now R1, R1, R1. R1. So you see, having her against the wall, that was actually a little scarier, but having her against the wall is much, much safer than having her out in the middle. Because her jumping back, you saw there wasn't much distance that she got. Now, one thing I didn't mention during that fight, I was saying you could strafe right. That delayed attack that she has, right, the boom, I was able to get enough distance where I was able to strafe around it, but that's one of the attacks where if she's positioned well enough that it can hit you. So you'll get used to it as you're doing it, but that's one that you actually need to dodge through. Luckily, I was positioned well enough where I could just strafe it.
Yeah, we happy.
But yeah, that's something that's very important to keep in mind. Very important to keep in mind. Okay, I'd smash. I would die, but I'd die with the raging boner. So basically the step on me Maria mentality. Gio, thank you for the follow. Okay, so now you want to be sure that you have punges equipped because we're going to need them. And make sure you have blue elixirs equipped. Okay, so let me just do, let me go to this split. So now we're just gonna run. Like right now we're gonna run straight to this guy. We're gonna R1 him twice. Now we're gonna immediately eat a blue elixir, and we're just gonna run to the right. So I'm gonna run along here, and now we're gonna run kind of in the middle of these guys, just so we don't aggro our like blue magic skull dude, or purple magic. Okay, so we're gonna kill this dude. R1, R1. We're gonna wait for the blue elixir to wear off. Okay. So now immediately eat the blue elixir. We're going to throw a Punji roughly around there. You can throw it a little more to the right, but it's a little better just having him closer because we're going to throw a second Punji there. And that should attract the first dog. And then we just run. I like doing a little bit of stamina regen here, but otherwise we just run completely. Okay, now full regen. Now run. Then over here regen, and then just run. Okay. This guy shouldn't hit you. If he does, then your regen was a little off. So now we're going to blue elixir once we get in the doorway. I like doing a jump through here. And then R1. R1 on this guy, regen. And then let's run. Okay. So yeah, just keep on running. I mean, worry about your stamina regen probably around here. But you should be fine. Okay, a little regen after their attack. And then go down. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to wait. Because at least one of these fucks is going to jump down. Hopefully just one. And then, yeah, get them to jump in that hole. That was a really fast one. Sometimes they'll just keep chasing you. So I'm going to wait a second just to see if one of them decides to chase us. But it doesn't look like they're going to. Now, what I want to do, let's grab this lever just to bring the elevator down. And let's grab this Madman's Knowledge. You don't really need to, but it's kind of, or I guess Great One's Wisdom. It's just something that we can sell. Like, even though it's only, what, like 400 echoes, it can still help. Okay. So now we've gotten our shortcut, and we're going to go back. We're going to level up. We're going to waste our insight. This is the last time we'll need to level up or use insight. Okay. Unless, of course, some monka-esque shit goes down in the Orphan fight. You mark out and you decide you want to get rid of your insight again. Because you're going to get 5 insight when you go into the Orphan fight. Okay. So, boom. We got 48. We can't really get much more than that. Yeah, monkish, dude. Monkish. Nice explanation. I put Blooodborne on the back burner, but your stream may convince me to try and beat the game. Dude, do it. This game is phenomenal. Yeah. I'm in love with this game. It's so fun. Okay, so let's get these to 10, and then we're gonna we'll just waste everything here. It really doesn't matter at this point. You want to just make sure that you have enough bolt paper and beast blood pellets. And we have some bold hunter's marks, so that's fine. If we didn't, then we could just use the hunter's mark. Oh, what's going on, human? Saw, dude. Okay, so now, we'll see how Orphan treats us. Basically, this is Backstab City. We're gonna try and bait out backstabs, or, you know, wait until we can get something backstabbable. His jumping attack is pretty much the one that we want, but there's other attacks that we can get away with. I'm probably only going to show 2. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how crazy I'm feeling. But in terms of safety, pretty much the jumping attack, and then like he has like a spinny attack that we can punish. And once we get his health down to like 60%, we can start like just pressing square to bait him into doing a jumping attack. Now, we can keep him in phase 1 for a while, most of the time, but, you know, he'll want to go into phase 2, and at that point, you can go behind him, basically wait for his ass to stop shaking, like he settles down, and immediately, once that happens, go for a charge R2. Sometimes he'll go into the, you know, like when he's getting the lightning, at which case you want to, yeah, I don't know. You might be a little fucked then. But yeah, if you do indeed miss, you are able to recover, and you can just run away and mark out. But, you know, we'll see what happens. You'll if you get to this point in your run, you'll see how you're feeling. Because it is kind of risky still doing that. Okay, so bolt paper, then beast blood around there. Strafe. Okay, I missed. That can happen. So now this is another great example. Go in. And I think we can start baiting. Okay, so let's see. Trying to just angle him away from the fucking wall. So back up. Keep spamming your item. Spam, please. Okay, there we go. That was a little close, but it's fine. Item. Item. And we're done. So we actually kept him in phase 1 there. Yeah. So that's it. Now, because we didn't fucking watch the cutscene when I got the run, let's watch the cutscene. Time for a cutscene, chat. Best cutscene in the game.
Sweet child of Gasc returned to the ocean. A bottomless curse, a bottomless sea, accepting of all that there is and can be.
It's too good, dude. It's just too goddamn good. Okay. So I only got hit once. But I made save files, so it would have already been... Yeah, I guess since I only got hit once, it immediately... It was already practice, but it immediately became practice. So, yeah, just once. I only got hit once. And it was on ROM. It was really stupid. I was trying to explain circle strat, and then I just got hit. But, yeah, so just to explain that beginning, right? So you saw... like I ate my bolt paper, the cutscene happened, and then around here, I ate my beast blood pellet, and he went in for, basically this running attack that I was able to strafe, and you saw I did like a kind of sharp, sharp wind around, and then did a charge R2. Normally that gets him. I think I just wasn't to the right enough. But it's either that attack that'll open with, or the jumping attack, in which case he'll probably end up somewhere over here and still charge R2.
We happy? Yeah, we happy.
House, thank you for the follow. And so, yeah, like, that's really the only time, so, like, you saw what he opened with. That's the only time that I would really go for that punish, just because it's kind of scary, or rather, it's scary and difficult to try and gauge how to maneuver that in the fight. So, you know, his jump attack, that's the best attack to punish. That circle attack, right, where he's spinning the placenta twice, that's a really good one to punish. He was doing the boom, 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 boom attack, right? That, like, combo 4. You can punish that if you're, you know, if you're really feeling it, but at least for me, I find it to be more dangerous than it's worth in a no-hit run. But of course, you see what you're feeling. Like, maybe you'll learn it better than I did. Eat an Issue has a really, really, really good Orphan guide. And of course, watching any speedrunners, you'll see them going for all of it. But so, yeah, I just recommend, you know, that opening circle bit, the jump attack, or him actually spinning the placenta twice for punish. And then... Like I said, I didn't show you, but if he's going into phase 2, wait until his ass stops shaking, and then immediately go for the charge R2. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. Then all you have to do is go and get your ending, you know? So once you're actually used to this run, it'll probably be around 2 hours if you use this route. If you want to add more speed, Right, like maybe save, you could save up to like 10-15 minutes, maybe even more, right? You can do +4 shadows. Just get more risky in the running sections. So yeah, that's it. That is the all bosses Blooodborne, dude. No hit guide, because we got 1 hit in this, but we got the no hit the other day. Did Orphan first phase only just the other day with a Beast Hunter scythe. Felt like a god when I did that. Oh yeah, dude. When you dude, with how much Orphan spanked me around, dude. Like in past, like doing him a no hit, just getting him caught in first phase feels so good. It's like that's what you get, motherfucker. That's what you get. All right, so let's see. 2 hours and 55 minutes is the time. Okay, yeah. So see, even with me explaining shit, I mean, I probably went a little too fast in some parts, but even with me explaining shit, this was like 2.5 hours. So like some of that time was me just stopping to explain. Probably about 25 minutes of that. So you can definitely make this, like using this route easily under 2.5 hours, probably closer to the 2 hour mark. So there we go. Now I guess let's maybe try and play Dark Souls 3. Can we? I don't even know. I need to like get this shit set up.